And we're off and rolling. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 200 of Dissonant Waves, the show that only 3 people listen to, but somehow has a outsized influence on artists and musicians.
Hold on, Dominic. I just want to say only 3 people listen to, and there's 5 people here.
Yes,
that is very correct.
2 of us are lying.
I love those
the podcast.
Daves.
To be fair, I listen to all of them while I edit them, so I don't really count.
Oh, well, Dominic was a liar. There we go, ban Dominic.
Alright, so
Sean.
Who else is in the Mafia? Submit your votes now. Anyway, this is a supersized table today. Me, Domino, Ritz, and Trix are here. And we have our returning guests, Corey and Pete.
Yes.
What up?
Hi.
How is everyone doing?
All right.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm keen to talk about
Melbourne.
music that means something to us, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That was next episode.
Episode 200. It's time to really dig down and finally choose albums that really represent who we are. Not like we've been doing that for like 3 years, 4 years now, 5 years now, actually soon. It's time to finally do it. So
It's finally time to say about a song. This song is about me, and fall down drunk on the stereo.
I also like to die slow. Anyway,
That wasn't what I meant.
I would
I
like
didn't say die. We're doing this every night, baby.
I would like everybody to introduce themselves and why they picked the album that they.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Trix just said okay and then didn't introduce. That's a power move.
That was powerful. That just shut us all up, and then you stopped too. Anyway,
Hi,
Dominic.
I'm
please.
Dominic. How is it going, everybody? I picked the Health album Get Color because in high school, I loved that album. I wanted to set a montage in the first ever short film I ever made in high school to We Are Water, and I didn't get to do it, and so it's always stuck with me. And also, one of the songs is in Max Payne 3, so it relates back to when we did episode 100 with the Max Payne 3 soundtrack, and that also represents me because I like to find the weird connections and things you've already covered.
I'll
I'm
go
Peter.
next. I'll go
No,
next.
no.
Fuck you.
Fuck
No.
you.
No.
We're off to a swimming start. All right, you go next.
Nah, fuck you. Corey goes next.
All right, Corey, you're up.
What up? I'm Corey. I picked Silverstein's "This Is How the Wind Shifts." I just think it fucking rips.
Is there an addendum to that?
That it super fucking rips.
Trix, is that a volunteer?
Yeah, I'll go next. Hi, I'm Trix, and I chose Fleet Fox's self-titled album from 2008 because it is an album I've been hearing for most of my life at this point, and I fuck with it really heavily.
I'm Peter. I picked Kid Cudi's Man on the Moon. I also liked it in high school and fuck with it and everything everyone else said about their albums. And yeah, no, it's delightful. It has a lot of sad lyrics, and I was sad in high school, so it resonated.
I'm assuming you
they're
wanted
good
us to listen to End of the Day, right? You never actually said.
What do you mean?
Because, didn't he do, like, sequels to Man on the Moon?
Oh, yeah, I guess End of the Day. There seems to be a lot of strange spin-offs of this album that we'll get into. But yeah, whichever one you listen to is valid. They're all good.
My name is Callum, and I'm an alcoholic. Fun fact about me is that I like ponies.
Oh.
Wait, that's for tomorrow's meeting. I've picked Jebediah Slightly Odway. I think over the past 200 episodes, I've picked a lot of Australian music, and I've picked a lot of emo music. Somehow, I never picked much of the classic Australian emo music, so I decided we'll finally get onto that for this episode. This is probably one of those first albums as I was getting into the big alternative bands of the 90s and stuff that I agreed on with my dad as a fantastic album. That's kind of why I picked this one. I hope I get full marks, teacher. I've really worked hard on this report. I crammed the last 5 seconds.
I love the image of you and your dad. You're like 10. You're sitting there being like, I like this Jebediah.
I was a bit older.
And also Tism. I really, really, really like Tism.
Tism was 10. Tism was 10.
What are we going to start with? Anyone want to volley out a pick? Anything stand out to anybody?
Yeah. I want to get this one done. I think I'm very happy to say when I find the album to be the weakest of the 5. Sorry, Corey.
Ooh.
Goddamn.
Goddamn.
Silverstein, this is how the wind shifts. We're starting there.
All right.
Silverstein.
Corey, please introduce.
Sure. This is How the Wind Shifts 2013 album by Silverstein. It's got it's a concept album. The idea of it is that it is 6 different stories that have branching paths, I guess. It's 2 different perspectives sometimes of the same event, or it's like 2 different timelines of things, like a relationship from, like, if one thing had been different in the relationship, how it could have gone different ways. And then This Is How and The Wind Shifts are one song that kind of take the whole thing and sum it up. I think I really love it because it's got a really wide kind of range, I guess, in it. Like, there's some kind of weird shit on it that I dig, and it's heavy and it's fast, and I really like the lyrics. So that's always been one of my favorites. I fucking love Silverstein.
So I feel like I should probably do my take since I just insulted you.
Yeah.
Before we did this.
This is all going to be personal. We mean all of this
10
to
minutes.
each other.
Oh yeah,
He
every
didn't
single
insult
bit
the
of hate
album,
that I
he
put in.
insulted you.
Yeah, insulted you. No, I mean, personally, when it comes to my enjoyment of this album, I found it just very kind of middling. I thought it was the weakest out of the bunch. It wasn't a pure hate this album. I think this is one of those albums that kind of, ironically, I would probably have a very similar take to you, or at least have some kind of reason to defend it if I had listened to it when it came out, because that was the kind of style of music I would have happily listened to back in 2012, 2013. You know, something heavy, something completely away from the fucking pop sphere that was dominating, just to be that complete contrarian. And, you know, it's metalcore. I'm not gonna fucking ever lie and say I never listened to this type of stuff, as much as I try to not listen to it much these days. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about this. Like, I could definitely understand the appeal back when this came out. This would have been like the whole. I don't think it would have been a metalcore Bible, especially not in Australia, since Parkway was kind of around. But, like, I guess it's the metalcore Bible for people who like Shel Silverstein.
That was kind of where I, like, in my mind when I came onto this podcast, I was like, what am I going to say about this album? And that was kind of almost exactly it. Like, I remember when what was Homesick by A Day to Remember, which I don't think is a great album, but I was really into it when it came out. It was a big album.
Disrespect your surroundings.
Yeah, that one. That album.
Yeah, terrible.
And like,
Fucking
I
terrible
religiously listened to that album when it came out, and I went back recently and I was like, I just can't enjoy this in the same way. And I think that this album's actually far better than that album, and I loved that album. So in a similar sense, like, if I'd heard this back when it came out, I think I'd have loved it. I'm actually quite familiar with Discovering the Waterfront. It's one of those albums I remember where I was when my sister bought it, which is a strange detail to tell. But anyway, and I think I liked that album a little more. Get her on. I think I like that album a little more sonically. Like, somehow the production or the slightly rougher sound of that album I prefer. But I don't know. This album was fun. I thought I enjoyed it, but probably is also my weakest here.
You know, I'm very familiar with Shel Silverstein, at least his music. So to see this fan album come together is really, really interesting. I really, you know, it's one of those things, because we just did the Calloused Cowboys, and their album, I Don't Want to See You in Heaven, I think It's a great example of something that takes this genre and like mashes it together with so many other things.
Just to pause you there, just for everyone that doesn't have the context, Dominic will be referencing the Callous Cowboys for the next year and a half. All right, continue.
Yeah.
Noted.
Unfortunately true. That said,
Yeah.
I don't think, unfortunately.
that album, like, I feel like it takes inspiration from either this album or what Silverstein is doing and what other people in like post-hardcore emo have been doing, and just fucking smashes it together and just shoves it down and says we can also do that but better. So had I not just listened to that, I think I would have been a little more like easygoing on this album, but I'm just like, yeah, this is all right. This is good. I want to listen to fucking I Don't Want to See You in Heaven.
Well, I'm going to go back to the point that Peter made, just to make sure that we don't let Corey have any chance of talking about his album at all. With the A Day to Remember, and yeah, comparing that, because I think Homesick as well for me would have been an album I was a bit more familiar with as a teenager, even if I wasn't completely full with it as an album. Personally, I think after hindsight or whatever we can call it, the album art is better than the album for Homesick. But there were definitely moments that it would stick with me. Like I liked I'm Made of
Yeah,
Black
that's
Slave,
probably
whatever
the
you
best
made of.
track.
Yeah, I liked it. I think the singer or something from A Day to Remember is not a good person, so it's kind of like a lot easier to rest a shit on A Day to Remember now. Which, don't get me wrong, that's great. We stand shitting on artists from back in the 10s. But yeah, that is a thing. That is an album that I would have said back in 2011 I would have enjoyed a lot fucking more than this Silverstein record. But I probably agree the Silverstein record's better than that in hindsight.
Yeah, it's funny, right? Like, I can totally get why Corey picked this, because it could have been me that picked this if I'd been into it. You know what I mean?
It could have been him.
Yeah.
We'll let Corey talk. Corey hasn't talked in a while, and it's his fucking
Please.
album.
Real quick, it was the bassist, not the singer.
Dominic, how could you? It was the bassist. Okay, well, I knew it was one of the members.
It's rarely the bassist.
Corey.
Corey.
Rip. Rest in peace.
Sorry.
Apologies, I guess.
No, don't apologize.
No, I did enjoy it.
Double down.
You're killing me, kid.
Yeah. Fucking something. I don't know. That was not what I was expecting, I guess. This is like one of my favorite records. I just let me pull up the track list so I can.
Well, happy 200th episode. This is Corey's last appearance.
Well, while Corey looks up the track list, I'll get in my point, which is kind of whenever we cover metalcore, and that is, it's metalcore. Sure is some metalcore here.
Granted, you said you couldn't pay you to give a shit about the Callous Cowboys, so your opinion here is middling at best.
Yes.
That's a great way of saying opinion invalid. Trix, how did this go in the kitchen?
Okay. Wasn't really the vibe we were going for.
I mean, I feel like there's some riffs.
A family of four walked out.
There's some riffs I feel like you could get going with while you're doing some scrubbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I went
I feel
for
like
a
I should
run
probably
while
enjoy
listening
it.
to this.
I
That
was
was
just
good.
working.
I was in the car.
I feel like I should enjoy metalcore more though, because it does have that standard of metalcore with the rough vocals and the clean vocals, and we all know over these 200 episodes I've had a bit of a fetish for contrast.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know. It just the vocals I could give or take really. It just felt.
Did you guys? I found that I enjoyed the album more as it went along. Did anyone else feel that? Like, I liked the second half more, which I looked at the Spotify streams, and the first half is far more popular.
Actually,
But I
Well,
don't
you're
know.
just a contrarian.
what I enjoyed
I
most
didn't
were the
mean-
acoustic tracks.
Me too. Yeah, same.
Like, just stripping it down and letting the singer do the thing, I think actually really worked well.
Yeah, and it felt very nostalgic to me somehow.
Like, actually
Something-
listening to the lyrics, it's like feeling the emotion in a different way.
I feel like Corey's silence is speaking wonders right now.
Yeah, you know what I'll compare it to, Pete? You ever listen to that Slipknot album with Vermilion, where it has the first part, which is really heavy, and then the second one, which is over dramatic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm comparing to, yeah.
Well,
I
Corey,
could see that. Yeah.
Corey, you'll definitely get to pick next and pick the one that you want to shit on the most. So don't worry.
Jeez.
I'm afraid.
You shouldn't be. I liked yours the best.
Fuck yeah.
I
200% I'm
guess
still based.
Fleet Foxes I wasn't super into. Not really my genre.
We'll get there. We'll get there in a
But
minute.
there were
We'll get
there
we're
were
still
songs I liked. But
This is a genre of music that eluded me when I was at this time before, and I've only come to it more recently through this podcast. So when I see Silverstein kind of listed with like Amos Romans, The Used, The Wonder Years, I don't know, fucking else is on there.
You know what sucks about that, Dominic, that list that you just put out? I've seen the Wonder Years this year, and I'm seeing the Used this year. Fuck you.
Like, it all kind of reads the same, so getting a chance to listen to some of these and like appreciate them for what they are, at least for as far as my taste will allow me, is good. I like that. I like finally kind of dusting off these tomes as they were to finally give them a spin, even though I don't use a record player.
Yeah, I feel similar. I
Yeah.
think it's a good album. I don't know. It's a list of good albums, and this is the worst of them to me. But
It wasn't cringy.
it was
It's important.
no, and it was
No.
Yeah, I'd
very,
agree, I'd
very
agree.
smoothly produced. It felt like it flowed very naturally. It's it's good at what it does, is what I'd say.
Yeah.
It's not the metal, like the mainstream metal that we have. Like what did I pick? What's the one element that y'all hate that I picked?
Motionless in White.
Yeah, Motionless in White.
Oh god, no, we don't talk about that Motionless in White album.
No.
Let it enjoy its second death.
But like before
Yeah.
this, I would have been like, oh yeah, Silverstein, Motionless in White. Yeah, they're probably similar, and they're not. So that's great.
You learned something.
There you go, Corey. There's a compliment you got. Silverstein isn't Motionless in White.
wonderful.
Corey comes with, I like.
That's how I would
Motionless
feel
in White.
too, yeah.
All right. If anyone has anything else to say, shall we go to favorites and least favorites for this?
I think we can stop bullying Corey here and move on to favorites here.
Yeah.
He's the guest. This is not how you treat your
So are
guest.
you, Pete.
Dissonant
Don't
Waves.
get you. Yeah. Just
Corey-
wait till we get to Kid Cudi.
Corey's been on more episodes than
true.
you, actually.
Yeah.
True. I'll get bullied when when those common interludes come up. All right.
That's not the
Favorite
problem
tracks.
we're going
least
to talk
favorite?
about.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I don't really potentially have a favorite or least favorite when it comes to the album. Like I could say this is a consistent quality. I probably do agree that it probably is better in the second half, but that's probably also just because I'm so expecting what's I'm getting into, that I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just be along for the ride.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Trix, are you just kind of a blundery kind of mood?
Yeah, this was just kind of a consistent blender.
Yeah, I feel similar. I mean, I did write down "In Silent Seas We Drown" as a track that I liked because it just kind of hit. Like one of them, it was interesting to me. Like I was just listening to it and I was like, "What is this track? This one's a little bit more fun." And I like the acoustic songs, but yeah, it's very, very consistent.
I liked the kind of flips, or like I don't know how you would describe it, the way that arrivals and departures kind of seem to mirror each other. I thought that was interesting. Stand Amid the Roar is an interesting opening, at least caught my attention for what it was. And yeah, Massachusetts I think works really well in the acoustic version as well. My least favorite is probably somewhere around Hide Your Secrets.
Probably my favorite on this is, oh boy, I really like In a Place of Solace. It's just super fucking heavy, and I really like This Is How the Wind Shifts, taking those two songs and playing them at the same time and how it complements. And
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
So, Fleet Foxes, huh?
Yeah. I guess I'll talk about Fleet Foxes for a second. My father loves Fleet Foxes, and so as from once the album came out to now, I've just always kind of I've listened to this album at least I'd say 20 times a year.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown.
Damn.
Yeah, this is kind of a Christmas
Trix,
album for me too.
Trix, there's only one sentence that needs to be said. Your father is based.
Yeah,
This is a classic for a reason. It's a beautiful album. I don't
it's
think I'm
gorgeous.
on the same page of like this is one of the best albums of all time that some people are on, but like it's a good album.
Absolutely.
Listening to this, I just couldn't help but think, gosh, Helplessness Blues is better in every way possible.
Ooh, I disagree.
I don't know. I think I'd have to listen to Helplessness Blues in full again to properly compare. I think I probably do prefer Helplessness Blues.
Like, this feels like the
Definitely
draft.
the title track just is a lot more of a standout for me on that one, but yeah.
This feels like the draft of like the sound they're going for, but none of the individual songs really hit for me. It's like a good like, oh, this is like a B paper. It gets the point across. It does it pretty well, but you know, it's not like doesn't stand out amidst the sea of essays you're great.
I don't know. This is
Pete,
just
what did
such
you
a
think of Fleet
gorgeous
Foxes?
album.
I enjoyed it. I remember I was at like a social event that was like busy and sort of high energy, and then I was driving home from it listening to this album, and it was such a good come down. It was just like the perfect listen for like a 1 a.m. drive home. And
Unfortunately, you fell asleep on the wheel.
Yeah, I fell asleep at the wheel,
Yep.
killed 3 people.
We
No,
you
it was
had to let it
it's
go.
very
You
easy
had to let
listening,
us
very
go,
polished.
Pete. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
It's just a good time. I don't know. It's a very, very it's almost
Relaxing.
a mood piece. It just puts you in, it just
Mellow.
relaxes you. It's mellow, and it made me feel a little bit nostalgic for the sort of time that it came out in with all that sort of like happy indie music, but it's way better than the bands you think of when I mention that.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that
It's
sounded
kind of like a
co-opted
weird
by
time though
corporations.
as well, Pete. Like
What do you mean?
the year was this? I think this was 2008 or something when it came out, where there was this kind of like rise of like indie folk getting popular.
Yeah, the
I mean,
indie
Band of
folk thing.
Horses would have gotten popular around this time, which damn straight. Yeah, obviously Fleet Foxes, Father John Misty started to get into popularity around this time as well.
Yeah.
Hell, even some of the more like poppier indie tunes I can think of kind of had that kind of blues sound or kind of folky sound that would go into it. I can think of some Cold War Kids songs that could like Hang Me Up to Dry. I feel like had that kind of similar kind of like folky blues vocals happening into there. So it wasn't like it was a or even like Group Love in the early stuff with the acoustic guitar and the folk being used in a lot of their songs. You know, whilst yes, they had a lot of poppy music that would go into it, that was kind of like a period where folk seemed to be dominating the indie sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these guys were real good at it. Like this is
Absolutely.
this is a delightful little album, and the lead vocalist's voice is unique and sort of feels like a unique part of this act. It is
And he has such a gorgeous voice.
yeah, it's
So
lovely.
fun bullshit hottest 100 fact. Fleet Foxes made the hottest 100 once, and it was with White Wind the Hymnal.
Which is a banger.
Their debut single, or at least a single from this album.
Yeah.
I think that wasn't it debut because they had the EP beforehand, which had Mykonos, which is a bigger song.
Yes.
That's why I correct.
Well, at least according to streaming. I can't tell you what the charts are like when it came out. I wasn't not that focused on it, if at all, back in 2007, 2008.
Me either.
You would have been but a child.
Mm.
Or
I hadn't
what do
even
you
met
think?
Pete yet. That's how young I was.
A lot of it I thought was very pretty sounding. It kind of slow for me. I really liked. Let's see. A little bit of it sounded almost like folksy American football a little bit, and I really like American football. That Ragged Wood song I wrote, "What if American football was folk?" Um, I don't remember what specifically made me think that, but it did make me think it. But really not my genre, really.
I mean, you wouldn't put this as the Silverstein fans' like next favorite album.
Sure.
No.
This
No,
is probably the most polar opposite we
fuck.
could get here.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is the fun of the show. I feel like I've heard Ragged Wood somewhere. I don't know where. Probably been in some ad somewhere.
Probably.
But
Yeah, it does feel like it could be ad music, which is a bit cursed.
that's
But
the thing.
then I can't think of any ads that actually have this
But
music.
that's like, oh shit, Pete! I forgot of one of the biggest fucking indie folk songs that came, besides just Bon Iver, that came out around this time, and that was true ad music. Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zero's Home.
Oh, I haven't thought about that in years.
Hmm.
That was the true fucking ad music.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There's been a good amount.
I can't also believe I forgot Bon Iver. Bon Iver coming out with Skinny Love in 2007, and then Forever,
couldn't escape that
Forever in
song.
2008. Yeah,
There's been a good
and
ad
then fucking
going around
Birdy covered
YouTube
it. Ugh.
that has just the most generic stomp clap heyo like ad folk song.
I love the Lumineers.
It is the Lumineers, but I want to blame Fleet
that
Foxes.
Kyle Gordon song.
I want to blame Fleet Foxes, but I know it's the Lumineers' fault.
Well,
Yeah.
I know I just complained about Birdy covering Skinny Love, but I'm pretty sure she also covered Winter Hymnal as well.
Yeah, right.
Now, of course,
Yeah,
the thing
that
to remember
Birdy-
is that Lumineers are older, even though their first album came.
I'm getting up
Interesting.
all the covers from that Birdy album, which is so fucking like cursed in a way because so in one sense it introduced a lot of people to some more indie songs, but also a lot of people didn't realize that they were covers. I remember meeting my partner; she didn't realize that the Bon Iver version of Skinny Love was the original.
It's a bit sad for old Bon.
Yeah. I'm taking a look. I'm pretty sure there's actually only one original song on that Birdy album, and I know this is a true fucking throwback because no one remembers this fucking album anymore. But this was like a huge fucking thing in 2011. It was 1901 by Phoenix that she covered, which is one of the more popular ones that she did of that. Obviously, the Skinny Love. People Help the People by Cherry Ghost. White Winter Hymnal, Fleet Foxes from this. She did a cover of The District Sleeps Alone Tonight from Postal Service. I'll Never Forget You by Francis and the Lights. This is another fun one, Pete, for us. Young Blood by the Naked and Famous she covered on this.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that was a true fucking Foxtel ad song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Shelter by the XX.
Who was she?
Fine. She was like some. I don't know what she even fucking was.
Where did she come from?
anymore.
Like, all I remember
Where
was
did
that
she
one.
go?
Hit. She has Industry Plant written all over her. Does she like these songs? Who
But what-
is she?
She covered Terrible Love by The National, which is such a wild national song to cover.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
also one of the other popular ones that she covered was Comforting Sounds by Mew. Oh, and no, and
Looking her up.
fucking on the Australian special edition, she covers a John Butler Trio song.
Oh, how nice. Which one?
What you want, not Zebra, not Better
Oh.
Man, not Better Than. What You Want, which is again, it was like a weird one. Like it had a couple of covers that you could expect, but then would also pick just some random deep cuts from the band.
Mm.
You know, not that deep, but you know,
She
where
won
the fuck did she
Open
come
Mic
from, man?
UK.
This is wild.
Ah, okay, cool, good for her.
Ah, that's
All
boring.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a true coming here. Born 1996.
So she was just a
Mm.
kid.
There you
doing
go.
All this.
There you go, Pete. Could have been in your grade.
Could well have been.
Yeah.
How annoying would have that been? Probably would have been the nicest person from Penna.
She seems lovely. I don't.
She's from England, though.
It'd be
Oh
polite.
no, never mind. Get him out of Australia. Fuck off back to England.
But she's
Something
a
we can
Nepo
all
baby.
agree
Her great
on.
uncle is actor Sir Dirk Bogarde.
Yeah, if they've won a
Sir
talent
Dirk
competition, they're a
Bogarde
nepo baby.
is
That's
such
the
a
rules.
British actor name.
Indeed
Dirk
it is.
Bogarde's pretty good.
Just wait till you find out who Pete's dad is.
Boris Johnson?
I don't know how to
Owns a
respond to
meat
that.
shop down in the local street. Nepo baby.
Oh man.
Fleet Foxes, cool album.
Oh fuck yeah, that's right.
Absolutely gorgeous soundscapes.
Yeah.
This is Fleet Foxes and just shitting on Birdy for no reason.
Poor Birdy, she just got drive by. That was really out of nowhere.
I love our tangents.
I just remember that fucking album, man. I don't know what else to tell you.
I hadn't thought about Birdy at all since Skinny Love. Anyway,
2011, I always think of the Kooks, so I'm sure we'll do that one day too.
All right.
I know Pete would disagree with me on this one, but I think the 2011 Kooks album is the best Kooks album.
Who doesn't want to fuck the world?
Yeah, I do
off?
disagree, but that's fair.
Anyway,
Pete sounded so distraught saying fair there.
Oh,
There's a
you can
fight
have
brewing.
it. You can have that. It's fine, I guess. Fuck. My favorite tracks were Ragged Wood and Tiger Mountain Peasant Song.
Fair tracks to have as favorites.
Fuck if I can remember what the title of it was, but the closing track was one of my favorites, and obviously
Yeah, I like that.
with
Oliver
Addendum.
James.
yeah,
Yep,
Oliver
I think
James.
that's it. Yep.
He sings it like 5, 6, 7 times.
I fucking can't
Blue Ridge
remember what they're saying. I
Mountains.
just remember the vibe.
Fucking Blue Ridge Mountains. Just harmonies. Oh.
Mm.
I really liked Ragged Wood for sure.
Yeah, Ragged Wood's some good shit.
I like Ragged Wood and
Yeah,
Oliver
it
James.
is.
I much prefer listening to something like the Middle East, though. And also Helplessness
Ooh,
Blues.
it's a hard one.
I love Dune.
Okay.
Only because Corey doesn't. I don't think you know what the Middle East, the band.
I don't, but I knew that was not what you meant.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Anyone have anything else to say? Otherwise, someone pick something.
Well, it's
Gorgeous
Trix's album, so she picks the next one.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go for the Kid Cudi here. Let's go for Pete's pick.
All right. Kid Cudi Man on the Moon is Kid Cudi's first big studio album. A lot of people think it's his best album. I'm not sure if I agree, but it's probably the one I've listened to the most. I was a bit scared to go back and listen to it again. I know it has some low points, some corny lyrics, some problematic lyrics, some strange interludes, but it still kind of bangs, I think. I think most of the tracks are a lot of fun.
Did you know that Kid Cudi invented men being sad?
Yeah, he did in 2008.
Yeah.
Men weren't sad before
Yeah.
then.
We were fucking happy. Fucking. Thanks,
No,
Kid
they-
yeah,
they
the
had
lyrics
12
are like
martinis.
painfully corny a lot of the time. They're extremely sincere, very earnest, very corny, and I can see that rubbing people the wrong way. Maybe some of you guys will find out. But
I had to look
yeah,
up how old he is.
he's not that old. I think he's like
Well,
35,
41.
38. Oh shit, okay, he's older than I thought.
So he was in his mid-twenties
I just
when
want
he
to go
made
back
this.
to
I just want to be clear.
if Pete's done with the introduction. If not, I'll let you finish.
I don't know what else there. It's it's got some unique beats. It's got a space age stonery sort of aesthetic, and yeah, I loved it. Please, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was actually going to go back to a point that you made in your introduction of people considering this to be the best Kid Cudi album, and I think there is an album which people might agree is better that might have a bit more problematic with it. A bit of a ghostly
You
album.
think of one? Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not Speeding Bullet to Heaven?
No, I was talking about Kids See Ghosts, the one
Oh,
with
I know.
Kanye.
I know.
Mm.
I'm just trolling.
Speeding Bullet to Heaven, people have come back and appreciated it a lot more.
I like it.
since
It's a mess, but I like it.
God, it's an hour and a half long. Jesus Christ.
I
I'm sure Pete was very tempted to do Speeding Bullet to Heaven this episode.
I was. It crossed my mind, and I was like, I don't want to make you guys suffer.
Oh,
But
please,
yeah, when you
we've
said
done worse.
when
We've
you
done
said
a 12-hour long doom metal song.
Yeah.
oh shit, okay, fuck, next time then.
Oh no, there's original
when you
Beavis and
said
Butthead interludes. Holy shit!
yeah, there's heaps of Beavis and Butthead interludes, and they're like on the tracks too, like they're not separated.
Hell yeah.
Anyway,
When you introduced this podcast and you're like, let's start with the worst one, for some reason I was just fully expecting you to say this album. I don't know why. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, I guess, Cal, starting with you.
Yeah, okay, so I don't think you're too unwarranted having that reaction, because I'm not a huge fan of this album, specifically because I've never listened to this album before. I've obviously heard the big songs, you know. Pursuit of Happiness is one of those classics that you go back to, and that's like, yeah, this is incredibly corny, but it was a vibe then, so it's kind of still a vibe now. Personally, if we are going to talk about what the actual of the quality of the songs, what the better of the big ones is, it's Day and Night.
Yeah.
Day and Night just has a better flow, better instrumentation happening on it.
That's like the
Although
only song
Rat-a-tat
everyone knows
being
by
on
him,
this-
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
it's the one I remember from middle school for sure.
Pursuit.
Mm.
Rat-a-tat on this album, I think, and there are parts where they've collaborated, they've done some really interesting production on here as well. It's just that a lot of this album does nothing. But,
Yeah.
and I think that's the
Nothing.
reason why I put it. Why I put it above is Silverstein is that the parts of this album that do something, I think, are absolute highlights. But then there just feels like there's a lot of filler.
I can see you coming out with that opinion. Like, I don't think I agree, but it's not like a tight album that's just hit after hit, you know.
No, and it's not like albums need to be that either.
No.
No.
I don't think the flow's too much broken up, by the way, by the interludes that Kid Cudi does with the whole like narration of some story. Although
Yeah.
all those I can pretty safely say I don't really fucking care for. I think that's that complete product of the time where rappers would always try to have this kind of like little story segments that would go into albums, even if they didn't really fucking do anything.
Yeah, it was
Like,
clear that Cudi knew
Kanye
that
was guilty
it
of that as well. People
Yeah.
forget that.
I will give
like
Colin credit for doing
Cudi
that.
was trying to like build a cult of personality from the get-go. You know, like he was calling himself Mr. Solo Dolo and having these interludes and telling his story, and it worked. But yeah, it certainly makes this album a little more clunky. But yeah, please, someone else. Dominic, what do you think?
Yeah. I listening to this, I was reminded that there are a lot of SoundCloud rappers out there, and that didn't exist. And I don't think either it did exist and it wasn't the same thing as it is now, or it just didn't exist back then. And,
It was probably MySpace.
Yeah.
right, yeah, MySpace. Yeah, that makes more sense. But
I actually, I agree with that, and I think I know what the song that you're going is with here, but I'll let you.
But there's like Heart of a Lion, especially, is the one where it's like, gosh, I can just picture this being on someone's MySpace or SoundCloud page as like an earnest attempt at being like, see, this is what I can do. It's like, you know, Kanye and all of them, they picked this guy. They wanted him to do his thing. Got lucky. He really got lucky. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not to say that all the songs are bad or anything. It's just that I think the production is so all over the place. Like Solo Dolo is a fine song. It works. Day and Night also really works. But there are songs like Heart of a Lion that if you listen to the lyrics at all, it's just so fucking messy. Like there was no editor there, it feels like. It's like we should get someone in to like help write this song. Oh no, we don't need it. We're fine. Like Intergalactic.
Go ahead.
I
want to just quickly put in a point before we get too far that I forget. And apologies that I'm going to go on a stupid rant here, but I'm going to go back with the SoundCloud stuff, and I forget the title of the track. Pete will probably tell me the second that I go on about it, but it's a song that samples Poker Face quite obviously.
Make Her Say.
Make Her Say.
With Kanye
don't
West
like
in
that.
common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll compare that to SoundCloud rappers because that's obviously using a pretty well known song or using a song. Yeah, it's not like the sample hasn't been changed or anything to try and match the flow or anything like that. And I'm not going to put into any kind of bullshit argument about stealing music or anything like that because they would have gotten the rights quite easily to use it. So all fine on that. But compare Kid Cudi, and this will probably piss off some people and probably make a lot of other people happy, to Little Peep. Because Little Peep was one of the big SoundCloud rappers. But specifically, Little Peep's style of production would be to usually just grab a song and kind of slow it down or change it just a little bit and then put the rap over that. And it's... Now, granted, Little Peep also did it with some kind of wilder songs, like he did it with I think it was a quick one before the Eternal Worm Devours Connecticut by Have a Nice Life is actually fucking sampled by Little Peep on one of the SoundCloud raps. And I know the Microphones with Headless Horseman is
yes,
that sounds
is sampled as well. Yeah, and that's the kind of comparison, I guess, that I want to make there. I know Little Peeps had it in a different sound. It kind of made it in a more of an emo rap, whilst this is definitely that more traditional hip hop sound that was going in the
This is traditional
in an
hip-hop
audience, not
trying
to
be
not
emo
to
rap. This is pre.
Well, I don't want to compare it too badly with the sound of hip hop, whilst it is still closely related, because hip hop did have a huge fucking problem in the noughties, specifically with what it was being R&B and hip hop kind of mismatching, and we got some really fucking shit music from that. Hey, you remember Usher?
I do. We all do. We were there.
He had 12 dates in Australia this year, and he's cancelled all of them.
awesome.
Oh dear.
Was
Yeah, that's
Australia
not
not old
surprising.
enough?
Probably.
I don't
Probably too
know.
old
Usher.
for
Do
him.
people love Usher? Maybe I'd see an Usher show. Maybe. Probably not for the money they're asking.
No, they're asking like $200 or something.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Jesus, fuck
That's not
that.
that. Like,
Um,
it's 200 Australian Tricks, so it's only $5 US.
Yeah, you're right. I could afford that.
Corey, what do you think?
There were songs on here that I liked for sure. I really liked "Day and Night." I don't think I had ever heard it, other
Really?
than the Weird Al Polka
Wow.
medley version.
Wild.
that's
Yeah,
interesting.
That is the
I
only
had
song
heard
I had
"Pursuit of
heard of.
Happiness"
Corey?
before.
I just want to give Corey some validation. The first time I heard Day and Night was after Pursuit of Happiness. I actually heard a cover of Day and Night before the original.
Okay.
I liked the Poker Face sample and on Maker Say, and I really liked "Up Up and Away" until it goes into like the little speech at the end there.
Mhm.
That's fair. Yeah, I like Up Up and Away too. I mean, I like
Dan and
most of the
I,
tracks.
I feel like we were just on that shit when it came out in middle school. Like that was like 708. We were on top of that shit.
Yeah, I can't imagine not having heard it then, but it felt like it was everywhere to me, but who knows?
Yeah.
But as I was gonna say before, it's just songs like Intergalactic just sound like a parody or like a impressionist view of like what like a space funk song's supposed to be. Like if someone had only heard of Daft Punk in passing, that might be a song they might try to make out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my least listened to songs on this album. I'm not going to go into bat for it.
Soundtrack
But I think
to My
that
Life, he's trying. I give him credit for trying.
Nah, I like Soundtrack to My Life. I got 99 problems and they're all bitches. You know?
But
That wins me over.
That's
That's
tees
such a
up
shit
one of the,
line.
but that tees up one of the best lines that came later.
Which one?
I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. That is 100% a callback to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Trix, what did you think?
I thought it was all right. I didn't really play this one in the kitchen. It's not really good for working in an active kitchen. I'd say it was all right for like when I was doing like the dishes at the end though. But
A quick update: SoundCloud was around, and Soundtrack to My
Okay.
Life had a video on SoundCloud in 2008.
Oh, there you go. That fits.
Of course.
Kid Cudi invented SoundCloud. There we go.
He's the original SoundCloud
Uh,
rapper.
Case closed.
Hey, keep going.
But yeah, I guess it was okay. I don't listen to a lot of hip hop really, and it's always interesting to, as like an outsider, I guess, to these to just peruse, I guess, and see what's up. Yeah.
Well-
I think my final take of the album is that I think this is still quite an important album for the time that it came out. I was never fully on the album when it came out. I think the highlights from it, even when some of it is still a bit dated, still stands out. But when you put, it's more importantly, it's just putting into perspective what the kind of sound of hip hop was when this album came out, and kind of what we have now. Does show that it, give or take, its quality, its legacy is still quite deserving, and a lot of quite. What's the word for? There's no word as legical or whatever the fuck it is to try and use it as a describing word here. So pretend that is a word. Albums usually aren't 10 out of 10s. I mean, some of the stuff that's inspired other artists like the Shags and stuff are terrible albums.
Say foundational is the word you're looking for? Foundational.
I didn't say foundational because I didn't fucking think of it, but yes, that would probably be the word. Pete, did I say foundational?
No, I don't think you did.
You said legical.
Fuck you.
No, I was thinking maybe foundational would be a better.
I wanted
I'm not backing
legical.
you up. Even though we're the Australian contingent, I'm not backing you up.
Fuck you. I'm telling your fans you're British.
Well, I feel a little bit like Corey. I feel like my album's been beat up on, but that's okay. I think the highs of this album are very high, and the lows are pretty low too. But the highs are really cool.
The highs are very high for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Day and Night. I like Day and Night. I actually like Maker Say.
Okay.
It's my first time covering Kanye on the show, finally.
In a roundabout
What
way.
do you mean
Tom,
finally?
you've been begging for it.
You've been wanting to
Every
cover
week in the
Kanye,
chat.
Domino?
Please, let's do Kanye. Please, let's do the new
I
Kanye.
don't want to know what's in Dominic's wardrobe.
So I actually have a coworker who, whenever I have my speaker going, he fucking begs me to play that fucking HH song by Kanye.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not familiar. What does that stand for?
Yeah, what does HH stand
And the worst part is he has a Wikipedia page.
Your coworker?
Kanye West?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm not gonna dox him right now. but
Okay. I'm very
After
tempted
the
to ask,
show.
but I know I won't get an answer.
after the show, I will reveal.
Interesting.
dear.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
I can safely say what HH stands for. It's that fucking Panic at the Disco song, High Hopes. And don't fucking play that.
He covered it. My favorite tracks, I don't know. I like Sky Might Fall quite a lot. I like most of them. I like Soundtrack to My Life. I like Alive. I like Cuddy Zone. I like Man on the Moon. Yeah. What are your favorite tracks, Corey?
Probably Day and Night, Pursuit of Happiness, and Up, Up and Away. I really enjoyed all three of those.
Yeah, Dominic.
I actually really like In My Dreams. I thought that was a really good opener. Solo Dolo, Day and Night. Maker Say, I'll give props to. My least favorite on this, definitely Hard as a Lion. Intergalactic really sucks.
That's fair. I don't love that song
I
either.
mean, also props to Pursuit of Happiness. I've heard that opening stinger everywhere. I didn't know what it was from until now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's cool. It feels such a ubiquitous song that I don't even think about it anymore. But it is a good song. Trix.
Yeah, Day and Night is probably a favorite. Don't really have a least favorite. Couldn't really tell you fine granular details about this album, sorry.
Yeah, fair enough. Cal.
Yeah, Day and Night and Pursuit of Happiness are definitely the favorites. I'll agree on the opener as well, being a highlight. I don't really particularly have like a specific song to pick as the least favorite. I don't think the lows are as bad as Dominic has taken, but I also don't like the lows that much of this. I'd have to go through it again
Okay.
to say which moment I liked the least.
Yeah,
Overall, I still think it is a good album, though.
I love this tracks that I love on this album, but it's been years since I've like listened to the album, and I think the reason for that has probably been highlighted here.
I
But,
just want to say,
Yeah.
as much as I'm giving him shit for some of these songs, again, he got really lucky and he got noticed, and he got attention, and he made some stuff out of it. And I'm sure.
And then he was
later
on
albums-
Comedy Bang Bang.
Yeah.
I'm sure some
Shout
of his
out-
later albums are better too.
Shout
I
out
think he
to
really-
Kid Cudi for
Yeah.
inventing male sadness.
That's true. I mean, it is probably something that he's, I don't know, helped the cause of in some way. I don't know what I'm trying to say there,
Yeah.
but I think that his style has refined a lot since this album, and I think a lot of people love this album. A lot of people say this is his best album, but I open by saying I don't really agree with that, because I think when he sort of turned into the sort of humming guy that he is now, I think Man on the Moon 3 might be a better album than 1. Don't know if you've listened to it.
I
But
like The Void a lot from that album.
yeah, The Void's good. I really like Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying a lot. And I put them all on par at least with this album. And
Well,
he's
you know,
certainly
since I
more
don't
of a
think we're ever going to,
distinguished and distinct artist now than he was then.
Since I don't think we're going to do it, I should probably just say I take the takes of Kid See Ghost probably being the best Cudi album, and we're probably not going to cover it because it is also a Kanye best album.
Mhm.
That was during that brief period of time where it seemed like Kanye would get better. Man, that was a fun time. And
Yeah, I love
that
that
is an
album at the
album which
time.
some people call perfect, and I would call it perfect if it wasn't for that fucking opening track.
But one day we will do Speeding Bullet to Heaven. Mark my words.
Yeah, let's do that
Alright.
sometime.
Oh yeah, that would be done. Yeah, Pete will be on for that one.
Yeah.
Whoever he
Please.
wants to be on that.
All right. Well, I'll pick the next one, the last one. So, Health Get
No,
Color.
second last.
Dominic, please introduce.
All right,
Get-
Health, Get Color. Second album by noise rock band Health. We covered their first album, self-titled, way early in the show. It's even shorter and more sparse than this. From this, they went more mainstream and got more ravey and cyberpunky with their future albums. And so this is kind of a weird interlude where I think they got more poppy and more electronic, but still held true to their real harshness. And knowing that this is the album that got them hired to make the Max Payne 3 soundtrack is fascinating to me. So, all around, a really important album for my evolving taste in music.
All right, so I'm just going to set the stage here, Dominic. I listened to this for the first time in full this morning. I got on the Uber to the airport. We had a bit of a delay getting in there, but that's fine. We walk in. We take a bit to get to even the check-in for the bag drop. That takes a bit, and it's a bit annoying, but it's alright. We still got a bit of time. Then it turns out that work is a fucking idiot and incompetent and forgot to give me any checked luggage. So I had to pay $120 to get that fucking luggage, which I'm going to have to charge to the company because fuck that. And then I waited 50 fucking minutes in the bag drop before it was like, oh yeah, you're on the flight closing, get the fuck over there. So I could finally drop in the bag, then went through fucking security, and then I fucking went, I'm getting somewhere here, had to scoff down a fucking coffee and a shitty sandwich, and then get into a fucking shit-ass flight in which I was on the middle seat on the only fucking row to not have a fucking window. On the other side, and there was a window. There wasn't on here. And I don't mind that because I'm not going to look, but it just shows to show how cheap that they got me in. Because they got me in the fucking middle there. And then I'm just on the fucking flight. You're getting back. I'm so fucking over it. And then the Health album plays. It's like, yeah, this is the fucking frustration I needed to let out. Thank fuck.
It feels like
That
this
just
podcast
soundtracked
is
it.
where you need to let out frustration.
Yeah.
Wah. I was just like, if there was any sound that could have been done to showcase how I felt at that moment, I think it was this album.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I'm
really
glad
like moody in that way. Like it's a real, like when I think of this album, I think of Dominic, and then I think of Max Payne 3, but I think of like movie scenes. It feels like it would really suit like a really intense like drug trip, train spotting, Requiem for a Dream, like a real like intense or an intense shootout in a nightscape or something. Like whenever I listen to this, like my mind just starts like visualizing, like makes me want to do a film degree with you, Dominic, and make a movie. I assume this is how you also think of this album to some
Oh
degree.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, I wanted to make a montage to "We Are Water"
That's
for my
right.
first
Yeah.
movie.
Well, Dominic, do you want to be really happy for just a second? Because I mentioned that I've actually seen Health live, surprisingly,
Yeah.
when I saw him last year, where they played one song from the Max Payne 3 soundtrack, and they played one song from Get Color. They played We Are Water.
Excellent.
All right.
It's a really good track.
Like,
Yeah.
What did they play at Knotfest? They went Knotfest randomly this year. Like they're just like, okay, we'll come back to play Knotfest, and that's it.
Weird.
like I
Did
love
they
the
play
harsh
anything?
noise.
They played We Are Water there as well. Yeah.
I love the harsh noise, but "We Are Water" is just an all-timer. It's like there's just a bunch of stuff, and they're like, "Fuck it, we're gonna do like a real song now. We're gonna do like a full like tracked audio, lyrics, everything." They fucking just
Yeah, it's funny,
add it
right?
up
Like
the
it's
park.
really, really loud up until that point. And then it just lets off the gas a little bit and you're like, whoa, this feels really good.
Then they like
Mhm.
simmer it down even more, Violet, and that also is a really come down after every.
Yeah. Like my
Yeah.
three favorites that I wrote down are Die Slow, We Are Water, and In Violet. Like for some reason those last two tracks just hit for me.
Yeah, I would agree that the ending to the album is
Yeah.
really good.
I really
Hmm.
expected you all to hate this. I really did.
Nah,
No, this is pretty good.
we have come a long way on Health here, Dominic. I did not have a good time with the first Health album, but we're here now. We're along for the ride.
Yeah, we
I've gone from
are.
being like, I did not like this album that much to have seen them live.
Corey, what did you think?
I was into it. I think my favorite on it was probably Death Plus.
Ooh.
Death Plus was
'Cause
pretty
it's-
good as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a real doom kind of like just it gets real fucking heavy. Dom, you haven't seen Mandy, have you?
No, but I probably should.
All right,
And it's
come over, we'll get stoned and we'll watch Mandy.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Is Health in Mandy or something?
No, but Death Plus has a vibe that like the entire Mandy soundtrack has. Like the whole thing is like 80s stoner and doom metal.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Well, Dominic, you know what I need to get you onto now, though, right? We need to
What?
get you onto Shushu,
Oh yeah, sure. Heard so many things about Shushu.
which I've
Oh,
also they played at the Oxford a couple months ago. Hey, you should have come. You would have had fun.
Hmm.
No, apparently not.
I do gotta hand it to the drummer. Like the fucking drums on this thing are fucking insane.
Yes, they are.
Like
Yeah.
shit like Before Tigers. Oh god, just the drumming on that. I can't fucking believe it. I understand why they stopped going in this direction and started going for something a lot more easy to play. I can only
Yeah.
imagine how hard it was to get this off the ground all the time. This era, and this is the era that I would have seen them had they kept their promise and went to the Crystal Castles concert I went to.
And it turns out Health made the right choice.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yes. Though I mean, did they though? The fame of Health and Crystal Castles is intricately entwined.
Yeah, in a sense. I mean, Health has definitely still got a large following.
Yes.
Just globally is the thing. It's one of those. They're a cult band.
Yes.
And when I say they're a cult band, I think the fucking fans might be a cult.
I honestly,
And you know,
yeah.
hold on, Dominic, you want to know what cult it is of?
What?
It's of the fucking Neon Genesis fan base, you dipshit.
I was gonna say they make a fucking lot of Evangelion memes.
Yeah.
No, Dominic. There was a person there who had the Neon Genesis DVD and tried to get it signed by every member.
Of course, that makes complete sense.
I
just
didn't
think
know
In Heat
any of that
sounded like an
context, and
anime
all I
theme
could say
song.
was like, yeah, that's of course.
Domino. Did I ever show you that like official Fender? Like they were showing off an acoustic bass and they got Health to do it.
No,
Did I ever show that
I
to
don't
you?
think so.
Hold up, let me find it.
Yeah, I fucked with this album. I think it is beaten by two stronger albums this week, but like it is the middle ground this week had a really strong album in it. I enjoyed this, Domino. I appreciate you. It's taken 200 episodes for me to say this, but I think you're a swell guy.
Thank you. Now, granted, this is the type of memes that Health likes to post in the chat. That's just shit that they do all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those who can't see, it's a picture of, I assume, someone from Neon Genesis, and it says, "Notice how Mental Health Awareness Month is right before Pride Month."
But also, the image is like super just fucking chunked together. Her proportions are all off.
Yeah, it's squashed.
I wouldn't know.
Well, she doesn't look like a human. She looks like a piece of paper.
Anime doesn't look like they're human. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Wide.
Anyway, yes. They really are a really interesting band. I don't think I like them as much now because, God, this was a really interesting direction they went in for a while. And then they pivoted, which is totally their right. But embracing like Rockstar Games and Cyberpunk 2077 just never really fully sat right with me, even though it makes sense.
Yeah. And it's weird because those two, like Max Payne 3 and Cyberpunk, suit this sound very much.
Like Max Payne 3 feels like the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
I think if it was just Max Payne 3, it would sit more comfortably. Something about doing it again
like
feels weird.
They had their own EP of songs for Grand Theft Auto Online.
Right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Are we covering that on episode 300?
No, we're going to do it way before then because that's a 2019 album that we have to cover. But yeah, this is a really great album. I'm glad we went back to this. We've done the first 3 albums. Now I can die happy. Slow plus happy.
Yeah.
I think my favorites from this are Death Plus and Violet.
Yeah, did you have
I love Death Plus.
No, I don't have a least favorite.
Yeah.
What?
Death Plus is great.
Well, I like We Are Water and In Violet. Before Tigers has crazy drums. I like that a lot. At least
I found Before Tigers was probably my least favorite on the track, but I still enjoyed it. I don't know. It just felt. Oh, this is a mean word. Kind of screechy. Maybe just a little too much for me.
That's fair. It's very.
All right, so
like I said earlier, Die Slow.
Show.
Die Slow, We Are Water, In Violet. Good tracks.
I would say my least favorite's probably something like In or Death Plus, but.
Death.
Trix?
Who's talking? Corey?
I'll say Death Plus favorite. No real least favorites.
I'll just play in the kitchen.
Not well.
Damn.
It's not a shock.
Ended up stabbing a couple of your co-workers.
See, I feel like this would be really good during a rush.
No. I've actually been doing along a similar vein though. Justice is Cross.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, that's fun.
That works really well in the kitchen.
Another album we need.
Thought we've covered it.
No, we did. We did their second album, Audio Video Disco.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
What did you say?
Death Plus, and then I really liked Before Tigers too.
Hell yeah! Finally, people like Health. Hey.
Health is great.
We should turn on Robert F. Kennedy to Health. He might like him.
If there's anything he loves, it's
I don't
Health.
know. I think he's told us that he's not an expert on Health.
Yeah. Maybe the worm in his brain is though.
R.I.P.
Oh
yes.
Man. I feel like all these songs could describe the worm flesh.
Well, Dominic, you have a huge choice here. Who's next?
Let's get Slightly Odway.
All right. So, episode 1, I said I would only ever pick Australian artists, and me being me, kind of lied. But if you've only watched episode 1 and now tuning in for episode 200, I've only picked Australian artists.
He's mostly picked Australian artists.
I've mostly picked Australian artists.
You've also
Jebediah
picked most of the
Slightly
albums that
Odway.
have, like, influenced the show, but you also picked a lot of Australian artists.
Yeah.
Jebediah Slightly Odway. I'm doing the introduction. Shut up, everybody, please. This is an album which personally just means a lot. Just in the whole having listened to this for such a long time, I think it's one of those albums where when you're going through those shitty times as a uni student and everything, you just put this album on and just going like, yeah, this is me, even when you didn't really relate to it. It is one of those true 90s alternative albums. You could find flaws with this quite fucking easily. I don't care. That's the intro.
Who would find it?
Cool. I was kind of familiar with this album, so it's good. I enjoyed it. It's very Gen X. It's very like if you played this album to someone who hadn't heard it before, you could almost guess it was from 1997. There's just something about it
Now,
that speaks to that era.
As you're an Australian that's not as into Jebediah as Ritz is, how would you place this? Like, is this like on the level of like Smashing Pumpkins popularity?
No. It's hard to say.
I can somewhat tell you the interesting thing is that Slightly Odway was a huge Triple J album. It's one of those albums that got quite a lot of success on the Hottest 100, despite not getting that big success on the charts. It still got on the charts, but for a song that had for an album, that had 5 songs in 2 Hottest 100s. Not 5 songs each, but in between 2. That is more than Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness got, which would have had Bullet with Butterfly Wings, Tonight, and 1979, and that's it.
All right.
But if we ask everybody, what was the biggest album?
Melancholy.
Yeah. You gonna say, Pete?
Yeah. I don't know if Jebediah is widely well known. Like, do you think we're the last generation to really know who they are? If we do, is
the
that
Jebediah fan base is dying.
Yeah, but like, it's hard to describe where they sit in terms of like just popularity here. I think people that know music know them. Yeah,
they played at good things and got an alright crowd, but definitely not a big one. And their solo shows, they played only at Crowbar.
Okay.
Now,
so they're not like Eskimo Joe, which would be playing at worst the Enmore.
Yeah.
Had they not had a resurgence, would they be on the level of like Wheatus?
I don't know. Wheatus is still kind of popular.
Wheatus has not had the resurgence.
Oh, had they not had it? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. They're not that popular. Is probably what I'd say.
Wheatus kind of more popular in Australia by the end of it anyway, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like Teenage Dirtbag is seen as an all-time classic here.
Yeah, people love that song here. Didn't we make it popular? Wasn't it like a hit here first?
Yeah, I think we
that's so good.
So yeah, what artist have we got to prop up? Oh yeah, Wheatus.
It ended 2000 as the country's second best-selling single. So yes.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
Teenage Dirtbag, I think, got like number 4 in the Hottest 100 that year as well. It beat Coldplay's Yellow.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a great example of a song that's probably now playing on classic rock stations everywhere, but is a song from 2000.
Yellow. Fuck.
Slightly Odway now. We go back up to Jebediah. Fun thing is, as well, is that we're going with Hottest 100s. The top 100 Australian songs is happening at the end of this month. I have voted for Harpoon. There will be no shit talking that song, or you are banned.
It's definitely like when I thought of my favorite tracks on this album, that was like write that one down, and then I'll think about the rest.
Write that down. Write that one down.
Yeah, no. But
Harpoon's always been that true like teenager song. It's like this just speaks to me, man. Although I can pinpoint the reason why it does, and I swear to fuck, you can actually hear him cry at the end of that song. The way that his voice just breaks just kills me, man.
Someone else talk about this. I want to hear what the third party perspective is.
Corey.
I was into it.
Thanks.
I liked. I mean, it was. I didn't take a ton of notes on it, But I did enjoy it. I really liked the first track. Is it Leaving Home? Is that number one?
Leaving home, life
Yeah,
is
It's
no
good.
kind of got me right away. Where I was
better.
like, okay, this is fun, and I kept enjoying it. I enjoyed songs throughout the whole thing. And then at the fucking end, when it got silent, I was like, "Oh, weird! It didn't start the album over." Like, and dumb me. There it went.
Remember secret tracks?
Yeah, let's just do the refrain again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually different than a lot of the ones that would just like, well, just put a random song at the end.
Yeah, true.
I gave you blood.
Yes.
Do you remember the bonus song of John Butler Trio's "Sunset Over Sea"?
Oh, I had that album.
You talk
But
about
I
it every
don't
time
know.
this comes up.
Yeah. Oh, Pete should know. How long was the silence between the ending of the actual track and the start of the bonus track?
I don't know. You said I should know. I can't even give you a number. Like 18 minutes. Is that a guess?
That is actually about it. Yes.
Wow.
Jesus. What is it?
I can't even remember what the closing track is called, but it goes like this secret song only goes for like a minute.
I think
Hell of a wait.
You're talking about how it's like made to fill the CD, I believe, when we talked about it years ago.
Yeah.
Please put a bunch of silence.
Anyway,
Stuff it up.
since I can get autistic about Slightly Odway, I'm going to get autistic about Slightly Odway because I do
Please.
genuinely like this album. When I said like, hey, you can probably notice flaws. One of the big ones is that Kevin Mitchell's singing voice is probably not the greatest singing voice you've ever heard in your life.
No, but it works.
I think this album still goes well around it, but it definitely does stick out. Whether it's
I don't
good or
think
whether
it's
it's
a
bad.
problem.
I think on Benedict personally is just where his voice doesn't shine the best.
Benedict.
Well, it's like other parts where he has that kind of I guess voice that kind of goes the way it does. Like at the end of Invaders is a true point where that kind of whole slurry of voice really shines. But you say that you care, that you fucking die. This is not the best way of replicating that. Do not trust the to be how it happens. Regardless, this is also a sound. They fell under the second wave of emo scene. Like they've done a split with Jimmy Eat World, and this is before Bleed American era, and I feel like that was really a sound that we didn't really have much of in Australia, specifically with the level of success that Jebediah got. So when we talk about like what are the inspiring Aussie emo albums from back in the day, this becomes one of them. Like yes, when we go to the more scramsy stuff, there have been some more DIY bands that have kind of carried the torch over. But in terms of the rest of the emo sound that we've got, bands like Series have put Jebediah as one of their biggest inspirations. And then other bands have come over from the Series era that they brought up and stuff like that. We've got like a bigger emo scene because of it. So when it comes to like pointing out like what was like the kind of big moment in Australian emo, it was this album.
All right.
Yeah.
You might be happy to know that when I was on Apple Music listening to this on my phone, the first album it recommended to me was Unit.
Yep, that would make sense. They came out around the same time. I'm getting up. I've been lying on a bed for 2 hours here. But yeah, no, Unit was also another huge album that shaped the alternative scene, but I would probably argue that Unit might have shaped it more.
I would not say that Regurgitator is necessarily exactly a double feature with this, but very different.
Yeah.
I mean, Unit, though, was an album that nothing in Australia sounded like when it came out.
Absolutely. I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that this, I think, is an album that I think lulls around the middle potentially, and then kind of picks back up in the second half pretty well.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I disagree in some sense. I think the album kind of lulls a bit at the start, despite having two of the strongest tracks of Leaving Home and Harpoon. I think Jerks of Attention and Benedict are probably actually my least favorites off this album.
Interesting.
Plus, I find like the highlights of like Blame's like a really kind of just short punk song. Maybe you could say the stuff doesn't flow too well. Whatever, I still think it's pretty fun. But stuff like Spoil the Show, Military Strongman, Teflon are huge fucking highlights.
I was only saying like
Especially Spoil the Show.
The Spoil the Show for me is where it drops off a little bit through Puck Defender. And then Lino kind of brings it back.
Lino.
I know. Like
They say it as Lino.
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 Hello,
I mean,
Monty.
Military Strongman is like the true, like, there is no real lyricism to this track. This is just the most, like, angsty breakup song we can write, and it's great. I love it. When you're around, you just get me down. I'm better off without you. I'm gonna sing that to my fiance. See how long it takes before she leaves.
I
love you.
did quite like Twilight Equals Dusk though. That was a really nice
Me
kind
too.
of
That was
like
yeah,
quieter moment.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Mhm.
hits hard.
Yes.
What do you think, Trix?
This was pretty good. Yeah, it's good for the sound.
Is it good for the kitchen?
All right for the kitchen.
Is this
Like, it
I
wasn't
mean, I'm
like
gonna go compare this. I'm gonna compare this back to Kid Cudi and go say a legacy-defining album isn't exactly a 10 out of 10, and that's how I feel about this album. I do genuinely like this. This is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites in a way that it's not a 10 out of 10 favorite, though.
That's
Yeah, I
better.
get that.
Don't think about it too much.
Not a 10 out of 10, but I think a lot of the songs do stand out on their own and make it pretty consistent.
And again, Harpoon
Yeah.
is probably one of the best Australian songs ever written. I will forever find that. Is it the teenager breakup shit? Absolutely, but it's just so good.
Real quick, is anyone else hearing that clicking, or is it just me?
Yeah,
I'm
no.
hearing
hear
it too. I thought I
Yeah,
was going
okay.
crazy.
I was like moving
Probably
my
me,
phone
but-
away, being like, "Is something getting in my?" Anyway,
Probably, is it
Yeah,
this?
No,
I think
I think you're like on your cord or something sometimes.
Oh,
it's
maybe.
like a static noise. Yeah,
Hold on.
it seems gone now.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is. Oh.
Yeah, weird.
I thought I could figure out what it was. It's probably me. Absolutely. That's called being in a fucking apartment in Melbourne. That's like really just a cheap hotel.
Hmm.
All right.
Love it good, semi Airbnb.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's probably really there is to say about Slightly Odway. I think it holds up because it probably was the same quality when it came out.
One thing that doesn't really hold up is
But-
the cover.
Yeah. I can't say it's one of my favorite covers of all time, but it is
Very 90s.
recognizable to me just because. Yeah, I do agree.
Mhm.
It's certainly really recognizable because I've like listened to this album so much in my fucking life.
Yeah, it's not very memorable.
But what is it? It's like a bowling club or something with like a
Yeah,
balloon above
with like
it.
a blimp. Yeah.
It just feels
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
very like I can see it sitting in the sun somewhere. A record shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jebediah didn't really have a good album art.
No. Not everybody has to.
Oh god, I'm looking at the next album. That's essentially worse.
Fun thing, when AI Peter that does all the emo stuff on Instagram, which is actually based in Adelaide, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that person, which is just
That track
just
is
funny. They said that Jebediah is one of the kind of early stuff, and they picked that album of Someday Shambles as the example, not Slightly Odway, which is one of those few times where I've gone
That's
to AI
weird.
Peter and said, "You've picked the wrong one."
Good call. Yeah, favorite tracks.
I don't hate it.
My favorite tracks are Leaving Home, Harpoon, Twilight Equals Dusk. Yeah, probably those three, and the rest are all just cool too.
Yeah, I really like Twilight
favorites.
Equals Dusk and Leaving Home and Puck Defender.
Yeah, good song.
It's a bit of a cheese sandwich.
I liked Leaving Home and Benedict and Twilight Equals Dusk.
Favorites: Leaving Home, Harpoon, Spoil the Show, and Military Strongman. Teflon's a good shout out as well. Least favorites probably actually Jerks of Attention, to be honest.
All right.
All right, that's all 5 albums sorted then, I believe. Shall we go on to ranking what we
Yeah.
think is winners and not as much winners here?
Yeah, I'm happy to start.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to try and give the reasoning for all of this just to be, I guess, fair. So least favorite, sorry Corey, it is Silverstein. I think whilst it has the consistency of a Kid Cudi, I just didn't think it really had much highs to kind of warrant me ever kind of coming back to it. And in the end, that's kind of what gets an album over the line in rankings, is what am I more likely to go back to. That being said, for a lot of that sound, it was a lot better than I was worried coming into it. Then afterwards is going to be Kid Cudi. It's probably got lower lows than the Silverstein one, but the highs are quite memorable and deserving. Plus, the legacy that it's got on hip hop kind of feels a bit bad to put it number 5. Number 3 then is going to be Health, which I think was just a really good, consistent album. I really, really needed it after the morning I had. And then number 2, I'm going to just do this in a non-cowards way and go by the quality of the album and all that and blah, blah, blah. And we can worry about an actual better ranking or some shit of that later in my life. But for now, number 2 is probably actually Jebediah Slightly Odway for me, despite it being my favorite. Because I think, that Fleet Foxes album was just really fucking good to listen to.
Oh, don't expect that.
Yeah, interesting. Fair
It's
enough.
a really consistent, really high quality album. I feel like
is.
I kind of have to give it number 1. I could probably change at some point. I don't know.
For myself, I would have to agree that Silverstein's at the bottom, unfortunately. Sorry, Corey. I liked it, but again, had I listened to it at a different time, I think I would have been more able to get into it. This week was just not the week for that. After that, I'm gonna go with Fleet Foxes. It's a nice album. It's a pretty album. Again, I view it as like a rough draft for what was to come. It sounds nice. It's solid, but doesn't super stand out except for a couple moments here and there. After that's Kid Cudi. Good album as far as, breadth and range. A lot of cringy moments, but some really nice highlights. Granted, it's more, highs and lows, but I'm probably going to go back to this more than the other 2 for sure. After that, probably Slightly Odway, number 2. Good album, pretty solid throughout. But number 1's going to be Health for me. All-time classic for me. It's great.
Shock.
Fair enough. I'll go next. We'll have the guests go last. Unfortunately, Corey, I'm sorry. Silverstein's at the bottom. I don't want to make it sound like we're shitting on Silverstein.
We'll just shit on Shell instead.
Yes. Wrote one of Johnny Cash's best tracks.
That's not shitting on him. That's complimenting him.
No. Yeah. It's 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And so Silverstein at the bottom. Then I'm gonna go with Jebediah, I think. Then I'll go Kid Cudi, Health, and then I'm gonna put Fleet Foxes at number 1 for me this week.
I mean, just all right. We'll continue the theme here. Silverstein. Sorry. It's just, I think it just has the least character out of the 5 for me.
So
What's-
sorry, Corey. It just had
I
to
just feel
happen.
bad.
Corey.
This is also
Came
very
on
sorry.
to discuss an album that describes you, that you love, that
That means a lot to you.
means a lot to you, and we all just came out and were like,
Fuck
Anyway.
this guy.
Silverstein's last, and it's because I just met Corey too. Anyway, Silverstein's last. Second last. Well, that's tricky. The next 4, I kind of love in different ways. Okay, I'm gonna rank it in like how likely I'm gonna come back and listen to more.
Very fair.
And with that in mind, I think Fleet Foxes is 4th. I just don't think I'm gonna listen to it as much as the other 3 for the rest of my life. I'd
That's
say
fair.
Slightly Odway is 3rd. Get Color is 2nd. Slightly Odway's rad. I'm gonna listen to Harpoon a lot. That's a given. But Get Color, I don't know, something
apologies
spoke
for your
to me about.
heartbreak.
Sorry.
Apologies for your heartbreak if you're planning on listening on Harpoon a lot.
Yeah, true shit. Yeah, Get Color I enjoyed more than I expected to. I don't know if Dominic's just indoctrinated us with something here, but it's it hit hard and harder than I thought it would, and then I'm just gonna put Cudi as number 1. You all are wrong about it. It's sick. Let's move on to Corey.
Yeah, defend your albums. Come on, come at us.
Last place obviously is Silverstein. I was doing a bit when I picked that. It didn't hurt my feelings at all to have it shit on for like an hour.
I'm so sorry.
Above that, number 4, I would say Fleet Foxes, which I just did not care for really at all. Third, I would say Kid Cudi had songs that I really enjoyed on it. It's long and uneven, but I did enjoy it. I would put Health at number 2. Really enjoyed that. Most of them. I think there's only one song on there I didn't like. What did I write down? It was
I think it was before
Nice Girls. I was not that into Nice Girls.
Interesting.
Everything else on there I thought was pretty cool though. And then number 1 I would put Jebediah.
I could have gotten
just
the
thought it
most
was
number
really
ones
fun.
if I was selfish.
Now, where are you really going to put Silverstein?
It's number 1. It's a fucking banger.
Thank you. Thank you for being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Your difference from us is well respected and well acknowledged. It truly brings the
It was
dissonance
certainly acknowledged.
in these dissonant waves.
Truly.
Now, 3 of us get to pick what we choose for next time. And I picked a pick
Yes.
with this in mind. I was curious, what would be the funniest thing to pick, knowing that there'll be 2 other people here that get to hear it. And so I realized we had not done something I did 5 years ago when I said, oh yeah, Willie Nelson's putting out a new album, let's listen to that. Now, I'm not picking Willie Nelson this time, but in that vein, Barbra Streisand just put out a new album.
Okay.
So we're listening to The Secret of Life, Partners, Volume 2, where she does duets with a ton of people.
Okay. Fascinating.
I'm excited for you guys.
I quit. All right, you can take the spot.
All right.
There's so many jokes I could make are going to be cancelled here, so I'm just going to leave.
I guess while we wait for Ritz to reel back, I'll reveal my pick, and that is I'm going to do an album by a band that has not come out with an album in 7 years, and just out of nowhere are releasing an album, and I just wanted to take a chance to talk about Fourth Wanderer's first album, which is. What is it? It's a Tough Love. Hold up. I'm pasting the Discord link or the Spotify link.
It's a new album or an older album?
This is their old album.
Got it.
From 2014. I just want to talk about them again.
Well, I do have an album in mind. I don't have the URL ready to post in the chat, so just gotta have to remember it off the top of your head.
I can find it.
I went to Auckland a couple weeks ago. A little engagement trip with the fiance, a little fun. I ditched her after the Japanese breakfast gig so I could go see this little festival so she could sleep. And during it, I only partially caught this band that absolutely fucking drew a crowd that was absolutely frothing for them. I only got to catch part of their set. And I kind of like, I in a part, I go like, well, the sets that I did see that mini festival were like fucking great. So like, I'm not upset, but knowing what I do now, I do wish I sold around a full of that. It's of a band called Ringlets. and with the one of the greatest album titles of this year, The Lord's My German Shepherd, Time for Walkies.
Yes. Of course, I type in ringlets, and that's what comes up right away.
All right.
And putting that in the chat now.
So
Wow.
that has been 200 episodes of Dissonant Waves. I am taking over this from Dominic because it's kind of funny. I would like to, first off, thank Pete and Corey for spending their time talking about music with 3 other people who don't really know how to talk well.
Yes.
Oh no, yeah, no,
That's not fair to
it's been a
Dominic.
pleasure. It's a bit of fun.
I know.
Thanks for having me.
Top level least.
This podcast started on my Discord server, so I'd like to claim full credit for the 200 episodes. I'm actually going to be sending a lawsuit.
I mean,
Yeah, you can
over
get the 10 cents of
full
royalties you
ownership.
paid.
hey, if you want to make comments about every band, every album we listen to, I'll edit your comments into every episode.
He will too.
I'll make
Just
a second
re-release them.
channel
Pete did
just
not
for
care
that.
for this album.
Yeah. He didn't like this one. He did like this one.
Yeah,
No,
Pete
yeah,
gave
thanks for
this
having
one
me.
thumb up.
Congrats on 200. It's amazing. It's amazing that we've made it to 200. Well done, everyone. Good
Very
stuff.
silly.
What do you
Yeah.
mean we?
Yeah, I'm claiming myself as part of this. No, it's all you guys. You've done well. It's magical.
And we are 6th anniversary soon too.
Yeah.
Coming up in next month.
I still think
Crazy.
the best. I know, like after 200 episodes, I feel like we should have a time just to kind of reflect on some of the fun things that we've done over 200 episodes. And the best one was definitely of the anniversary, that fucking Barbenheimer one where Trix fell asleep, and Dominic, you and our guest Hamish would just autistically went on about movie making for like 10 solid minutes, just back and forth.
I think I also was secretly falling asleep during that episode, so that kind of surprises me.
And after it ended, Hamish was like, I did not expect that to go for 2.5 hours. Neither did we. That was one of our
Snoring
longest
throughout that
recordings.
episode. I've never actually listened.
Yeah,
to
you
it.
did for a bit. Like, we just kind of just like, oh, are you waking up there? But from all accounts, Hamish did fun recording that one.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
We didn't just scare off a guest.
And
That's it. That's the highlights.
Yeah.
200 episodes and a couple of anniversaries. and
2
got one
hours,
highlight.
32 minutes, and 36 seconds. They indeed go for a while.
Yeah, that was a
Shout
very
out
long
to
one.
our almost 4-hour long episode 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we did the Dare, we did all those fucking episodes, all those albums and the EPs, and then we did the songwriting challenge, in which Pete, you actually got to be the guest judge on that one on episode 100.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god, I forgot
Is that the
we did
episode
Yeah.
where we listened to the Max Payne 3
Yes.
soundtrack?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. That's why I was joking about doing Health in episode 300.
Yeah, just line them up.
Ritz, when you moved at the end of 2020, and Trix and I just did a bunch of Green Day stuff for a while. That was pretty
Yeah,
fun.
that kind of led to Corey getting here.
Yeah, because Corey and I would be talking at work about what was happening, like as it was all happening, and then Trix and I would be talking online about what was happening. Because there was the Billy Joe Armstrong covers album, the Secret Network stuff,
Yeah.
a bunch of shit was just going down. And it was a good time. I really enjoyed when shit was happening live in the moment, and we were there covering it. It was like we were real
Yeah.
journalists for a second.
Yeah, I
Also,
even
speaking of,
predicted that there would be the Money 2020 Part 2.
And we do have to give a shout out to the lovely friends we've made along the way that we've been able to interview. Obviously, Lorenzo, which we've done twice, and because they're listening, definitely Jude and Shelto for
Yes.
coming on. Definitely Cameron of Bigger Boots, Mitchell of Weekend Run Club, Elizabeth Whitington, obviously Dan Macy, who's probably also listening to this. Dan actually shared over a little promo stuff to me, which I still got to listen to. So hopefully by the time that this episode is out, I've listened to your shit and given you some feedback. If not, fucking bug me again, please. I swear we've interviewed some other people.
I mean, this show is why I ended up directing a music video with Corey. So, I mean, that's cool too.
Yeah.
Oh, James from Blind Equation as well. That's still one of the funnest interviews that we did because I was so fucked up after the flu, and that was so last minute. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going on your Facebook and finding every bit of information I can."
Of course,
And-
That was pure spite.
of course, Cam.
Shout out to the one enemy we've made.
Oh yes.
And to that one enemy that we've made, I wanna point out, which I will not say the name of, but I have made peace with that person, so we do not actually have enemies.
And there's also that
and
person
obviously
that,
the Grief Eater as well for the interview,
and because they gave us
and,
exclusive access to the EP before it was out.
Yeah.
and Kane from Online Friends as well.
And Cam and Nathan from Raccoon Love.
Yes.
Yes.
Our most recent interview.
And shout out to viewers like you.
And to Monty. And Manny.
Yes.
Cats of the show that like to hang out.
And to my partner, who usually just randomly appears with a random sound and a bit on an episode every once in a while.
Never
Remember that
credited.
time that I bled out on an episode? That was a great one.
Oh yes.
Your roommate in Indiana, Trix,
Yes. Nick.
was there for an episode.
He was.
Is that everybody who we had on the show?
Your old roommate?
Oh yes, she was on the show way back. That was our first
Yes.
guest.
Oh yeah, the K-pop. That was a K-pop one that I don't think I was a part of, was I?
Probably
No.
not. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
You know what's funny? Pete?
Hmm.
Never had my brother on this show.
That is
Absolutely
funny.
would fit it.
Yeah,
Absolutely fit it. Just never had him on.
he does obsess over albums. You could do a D&B special.
When we get to the hives.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We've honored our parents
I
by
think it's-
picking things that they liked, I guess. That was,
Yes.
shout out to them.
Honored the country of Australia. Shout out Australia.
We've covered so much Australia.
Shout out Australia.
Yeah. And Dominic, there was just one last egotistical thing that I need to point out since this is episode 200.
Yeah.
How many of your favorite albums have I picked for you?
Most of them.
Yeah.
I would also.
Origami Angel, Callous Boys now,
Paranol.
Yeah.
underscores, Paranol, Homer's Where, obviously.
Indeed.
Stomach Book, when that came out, that was a moment.
Trix had Petite League first.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Trix does get that. But
Yes.
you remember what was picked before Petite League, Dominic?
Neutral Milk Hotel.
Tism.
Tism was first.
Tism.
Tism was first.
Tism was first.
And what was your favorite album that you had listened to in a certain year? Was it not Tism.wanker?
Yes. Tism.winger.com. And also,
The deluxe edition.
yes, the No Penis, No God Deluxe Edition. And that's, of course, also saying I believe their new album was my favorite of last year as well. Or close to.
Hell yes.
No, it was close to. I don't think actual thing.
Yeah, I don't think it was your favorite. It was close to. Black Country New Road.
Yeah.
Black Midi.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And who knows? Maybe The Lord is My German Shepherd, Time for Walkies be on that list.
And
And what was
I would like
the
to
other
say-
album that was your favorite this year before Callous Boys?
Oh, Raccoon City.
Anyway, Dominic, you're welcome for the music.
What were you going to say, Trix?
I would just like to give a very special thank you to you, Domino, for editing every one of these episodes.
It's a lot. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot. I don't always get them out on time like I should. But thank you for your patience.
Hey.
Doesn't care.
We're self-produced. They'll listen when they listen.
Yeah, as long as I don't
We
fall
have
behind.
been proudly DIY for nearly 6 years now at this point. Our whole point of this has never been for viewers. It has been three people who just want to be autistic talking about music and catching up about it. Occasionally we bring on guests and they have to listen to us be nostalgic.
Yes, apologies, guests.
With that in mind, I think our guests
No
should have
apologies,
the
get
last
fucked.
word.
You two are staying here for the next 2 hours of us doing this.
I think our guests should have the last word.
Oh, this feels like
Well, yeah,
responsibility
we-
I don't deserve.
Wouldn't the last word be
Corey.
plugging your stuff?
Oh, true. Well, you might know me as Mini Me on the internet, but I haven't done that in a while. I might come back to it someday. But yeah, look up MINIMME on YouTube if you want to watch some videos about old obscure video games.
I'm more of a
But
Micro Me
otherwise,
fan.
congrats. Yeah. I don't know what to say to that. Yeah, I have a second channel called Micro Me.
You love
Congrats on 200.
walkthroughs and
Hold on.
playthroughs of J2ME
Hey.
phone games. Go there.
Yeah, Micro Me's your
Hey, I do
Q&As
have
for
one
Patreon.
little embarrassing thing to ask of you, and it's
Sure.
embarrassing on both of us. But when are we finally gonna form Soy Attack?
God.
You know what?
Speaking of things I haven't thought of in a long time.
No. If we're gonna do this, Sims 2 DS when?
God. Gee, that feels dead and buried now, doesn't it?
Dinsey
No,
Plains
it's still on the
when?
cards. It'll happen someday. I'll just drop it in like a decade. That'll be my return.
Dinsey Plains. It's not Dinsey. It's Dinsey.
I was
Dinsey
making a
Plains
joke.
Was a part.
That was a-
part.
Yeah, I
though.
know.
It was, everyone remember, was a part of the Disney Plains video because
was.
it was there for the 5 seconds when I think Pete was so fucking done with all the planes.
Yeah,
memes.
look.
The reality
think-
of this is that I was done with it before Pete was. I was just pushing forward because everyone wanted it. And I'm like, I just want validation, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Looking back on my YouTube career as a whole other podcast, I reckon it's a lot to talk about.
No, we still got time in Australian.
I've listened to that podcast, the Reliving series.
True, you did.
Yeah.
We could just do it again now. Yeah, no, congrats on 200. That's my final word. Congrats on 200.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
Don't look me up. Don't follow me. I don't want to be perceived. Congrats on 200. Yeah, I don't have a ton to say, I guess.
Hell yeah.
We'll get back to Green Day soon, and with that, we will leave you now. Thank you so much. Have a great day, night, whatever time zone you're in. We're always fucked up on ours. Bye-bye.